Did you know that Americans eat around 76.5 billion eggs each year? That's enough eggs to wrap around the Earth multiple times. But here's the thing. What if I told you that instead of chucking those billions of eggshells in the trash, you could be turning them into pure gold? Like actual black gold for your garden? Welcome back to Don't Do This Guide. Plants, just like us, need their daily dose of vitamins and minerals. And guess what one of their favorites is? Calcium. Calcium plays a super important role in building strong cell walls in plants, which is like their version of a strong skeleton. But here's the catch. A lot of our garden soils are actually low in calcium. Eggshells are loaded with calcium carbonate, which breaks down slowly in the soil, giving your plants a nice, steady supply of this essential nutrient. Think of it like this. Eggshells are like slow-release calcium capsules for your garden. By composting those shells instead of tossing them in the trash, you're reducing waste and giving those valuable nutrients a second life. How to prep your eggshells for garden domination. First, we need to give those shells a good cleaning. Next up, it's drying. Spread them out on a baking sheet or tray and let them air dry for a few days. Now, for the fun part, crushing. You can go old school and use a rolling pin to smash those shells into oblivion. Or if you're feeling fancy, a food processor works like a charm. The goal is to get those shells broken down into smaller pieces, but you don't need to go full-on powder here. Once your eggshells are clean, dry, and crushed, you're ready to unleash their magic in the garden. Store them in an airtight container until you're ready to use them. Eggshells are a fantastic source of calcium and other essential minerals that plants need to thrive. One way is to sprinkle a tablespoon or two of crushed eggshells directly into the planting hole before you pop in your seedlings or transplants. This method ensures that the young plants get a good start with a boost of calcium right at their roots. Another method is to mix a handful of crushed eggshells into the top few inches of soil around your existing plants. This not only provides a slow-release source of calcium, but also helps to improve soil structure and drainage. You can also make an eggshell tea by steeping crushed eggshells in water for a few days. This nutrient-rich solution can be used to water your plants, giving them an extra boost of calcium and other minerals. Now here's a pro tip. Save those eggshells from your boiled eggs. Boiled eggshells are even more beneficial because the boiling process helps to break down the calcium carbonate, making it more readily available to plants. Just remember, moderation is key. While eggshells are beneficial, too much can lead to an imbalance in the soil's pH levels. Over-fertilization can cause nutrient burn, leading to damaged or even dead plants. Alright, let's face it, gardening isn't always sunshine and roses. Sometimes it feels like you're waging an all-out war against those pesky critters who want to munch on your hard-earned veggies. To use eggshells for pest control, simply sprinkle a generous layer of crushed eggshells around the base of your vulnerable plants. They act like tiny shards of glass, creating a barrier that these critters would rather not cross. You can also mix crushed eggshells into the soil around your plants to deter cutworms, which like to burrow underground and munch on plant stems. Using eggshells as seed starters is not only eco-friendly, but it also provides some added benefits for your baby plants. Eggshells are rich in calcium, which is essential for plant growth. This natural method reduces waste and recycles something that would otherwise be thrown away. So how do you transform an eggshell into a tiny plant nursery? We need to gently crack the top of the eggshell, creating a small opening while leaving most of the shell intact. This will serve as the perfect little pot for your seeds. When it's time to transplant, gently crush the bottom of the eggshell to allow those roots to spread out freely in their new home. This ensures that the plants can establish themselves quickly and continue to grow strong. Just like our bodies need a balanced pH level to function properly, so does our soil. Acidic soil can make it tough for plants to absorb all the nutrients they need, leading to stunted growth and overall unhappy greenery. Eggshells, being rich in calcium carbonate, are a natural liming agent. The best way to determine if your soil needs a lime boost is to do a simple pH test. If your soil is slightly acidic, you can simply sprinkle some crushed eggshells around the base of your plants or mix them into the top few inches of soil. Be patient, be consistent, and your soil will thank you for it. Now we will dive deeper into the world of eggshells and discovering some innovative ways to use them in your garden. First up, let's talk compost. Eggshells add calcium to the mix, which helps with decomposition and creates a nutrient-rich compost that your plants will love. The calcium from the eggshells strengthens the cell walls of your plants, making them more resilient to diseases and pests. Next up, let's talk mulch. Simply scatter a layer of crushed eggshells around your plants, just like you would with any other type of mulch. This not only helps retain moisture in the soil, but also deters pests like slugs and snails, which dislike crawling over the sharp edges of the shells. Next up, you can grow microgreens in eggshells. These tiny, nutrient-dense greens are perfect for adding a fresh, healthy touch to your meals. And using eggshells as planters is not only eco-friendly, but also adds a unique aesthetic to your gardening setup. And last but not least, let's not forget about the decorative possibilities of eggshells. With a little creativity, you can transform these humble shells into beautiful garden ornaments. Get those creative juices flowing and use those empty eggshells for arts and crafts projects in your garden. The possibilities are endless. From whimsical fairy gardens to elegant centerpieces, eggshells can be the perfect medium for your next garden project. So there you have it. From fertilizer to pest control, seed starting to soil amendment, the humble eggshell is a true garden superhero. Who knew that something we usually throw away could be so beneficial? It just goes to show that sometimes the best solutions are the simplest ones, often hiding in plain sight. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Share your eggshell gardening experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're using this amazing resource in your garden.